The Monuma Bravettes had a magical 1968-69 basketball season. A program that struggled to win a single game just a few years earlier had a senior-dominated team that was determined to win a state title.
We were good friends from the time we were in grade school, some of us in middle school and all the way through high school. And so part of, I think, the success had to do with we were really close as a team.
We had a really good time. We respected our coaches, we respected each other, and like Becky said, we were all good friends.
It was just the program was starting to come around again. And we did have an advantage. It was the only game in town. There was no softball here, there was no volleyball here, there was no track.
Hall of Fame head coach Carol Rugland's philosophy and assistant coach Ron Wilrick's ability to scout teams was a recipe for success. Those handwritten scouting reports provided detailed diagrams, instructions, and encouragement for the players.
We didn't have to know anything, because he told us, your girl is right-handed, she always shoots from this spot, this is how she does this is how she does that. We didn't have to read our girl. We knew everything before we went out. And that makes, if we could just follow his directions, they never would have scored, but we weren't quite that good.
The Bravettes touted the top defense in the state. At that time, an innovative, in-your-face style of play that gave opposing teams all kinds of problems.
We pressed all over the floor.
Yes, we did.
People, when they had not seen a lot of the stuff that we did come out and use, they had not seen it. I mean, it was, some teams, that weren't athletic, it was a disaster for them.
I do miss getting to watch 6-on-6 now, yeah.
I attend most of the ball games, and I still have trouble when they let their girl dribble on the baseline. That is an absolute, you're never to do that.
Get your foot on the baseline, and then if they want to go around you, that's fine.
Yeah.
But get your foot on the baseline.
Yeah, even watching now, I can, oh my gosh, you let her go on the baseline. And I'm sure the people around me are thinking, oh my gosh. It was instilled in me, and 50 years later, I can still remember it.
Yes, the interest in girls basketball is at fever pitch, and the 15,000 fans who have jammed their way into this auditorium are about to witness one of the most unexpected finishes this tournament has ever produced.
In our gym, this was the gym that we played in, we played with people lining the out of bounds. They were standing room, and they spread them when you took the ball out of bounds. People say, oh, there's a lot of people, and I thought, no, there's not. That was a lot of people.
I don't remember if it was our senior year or our junior year. I remember going into Vets Auditorium, and wasn't it Mr. Rugland that took the measuring tape and he ran it up? He said, I just wanted you all to know that these are still 10-foot baskets. It does not need to intimidate you.
Montezuma, he lobs the ball out. Kathy Palmer for Montezuma, and here's the drive-in layup down on the fast break. Sandy Van Cleve, number 54, puts it through.
Back in that day, 50 years ago, what the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union put together for that entire week was just absolutely phenomenal, wasn't it? I don't know if you felt that way as a coach or not, but I know us girls felt really pampered and like we were queens almost. It was amazing.
Yeah, because we didn't stay at hotels and we didn't go out to eat at Bishop's, and this was, we were
the whole week.
Queen for the day for the whole week.
Yeah, Mr. Cooley, he always took care of his teams.
There's the horn, and Montezuma is the champion of girls basketball for 1969. And look at them, the winners and losers are both crying. What a tremendous show.
The Bravettes finished a perfect 31-0 with the state championship win over Allison Bristow. It was just the beginning of what would be a record-setting 89-game win streak for Montezuma, spanning 3 seasons.
The confidence building that basketball was huge. In my senior year, a lot of different events that happened in my life, but basketball was a big part of it. And that confidence that you gain, and then to have that kind of an honor, I think it really defined my life and my goals and where I ended up in life.
I've never actually moved away, and It's fun to have people come up to you. And I had a guy, I was sitting in the stands and he brought his daughter up and, oh, I want you to meet Carol. You know, she's in the other gym and her picture's on the, and this little girl's like, are you kidding me? And he went on and on and on, and she was wanting to knock him off the bleachers. It's always an interesting thing to be around here yet. And I know you were famous once.
You know, I always look back on those years as good years, good years.